Oh, there were 3 players there.
20 newbies that's joining on
You already know.
after the live stream's ended. The background noise I do apologise for. I've got a puppy who's 10-month-old that's running around with the toys, and I've got my other half that's on his playing on his game, so I can't mute them, unfortunately. Just responding to someone. I'm going to try and arrange it so that it's zoomed too much. Keep going, going. Never blooming works. Looks completely different on my phone to what it does on PC. It's so frustrating. Still blur, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go like that. That better? Need to invest in a proper camera. It's so much easier. Good evening, Jen. How are you? Sick as a chip, so I need to escape in mindless chat. Why are you feeling a bit poorly, love? Hi, Christine. Hope you're well, darling. I'm not too bad, thank you. I've had a power nap, so I'm like half groggy. No, it's completely fine, Christine. We're all busy in his daily day-to-day lives, aren't we? Trying to get it so that you can see the picture better. No worries, Christine. Just turned into one of those days. Yeah, I think we all go through them stages as well, don't we, Jen? I've had a few of them myself. Now, which little one are we talking about, Christine? My youngest son or the pup? Well, I'm going with is he behaving? I'm guessing you're on about Ruben. Yes, he's doing fantastic, bless him. Yeah, he's doing great. I can't believe he's going to be in high school like next September. It's going too fast for me. Maybe not for him because he can't wait to get older like we all used to be when we were younger, but I think it's just a case of he can't wait to get older. But he says he's still staying at home with mummy and daddy. So I'll settle for that. I know some people probably won't have seen my comments or anything. Yes, he's still cheeky, Christine. Very cheeky, but he's very loving. Very, very loving. We had a discussion about tooth fairies earlier. He's been losing a lot of his baby teeth, and I joke with him sometimes, like they used to joke with me, saying that he's been kissing a lot of girls, and he's like, "No, I haven't, Mum." And then apparently, when his dad got him up this morning, he turned to his dad and he says, "Daddy," and he says, "Yeah." He goes, "I know that tooth fairies aren't real. I've been watching YouTube, and them on YouTube say that mummies and daddies take the tooth and put money under the pillow, and they're not real." So I've had a good discussion with him when he's come home from school, and I said, "But how can they know that the tooth fairy's not real?" And I says, "It's just like Santa. You've got to believe YouTube the grass." I know, and he watches YouTube like on a daily basis, and you can't. It's for some reason I don't know why, but I don't even know. I mean, I'm not that tech savvy, and I don't know a lot about YouTube myself. I'm still learning certain things, but his dad supposedly tried to put it on like so that he can't get to certain stuff, but the crafty, aren't they? They'll put them as for kids, and it's not really for kids. But you'd think YouTube would monetize them and well keep an eye on them and see if they're child friendly anyway, won't you? But no, he's been watching YouTube videos about it. But I just said to him like, you've got to believe in it in order for it to be real, you know. Went into it like in depth, trying to get him to believe again. And he goes, "Oh, I believe in Santa, Mummy, and I believe in tooth fairies. Those on YouTube are silly." So hopefully it's worked. Wait till he leaves towels on the floor expecting you to pick them up. Oh, he does that anyway, Christine. He'll go to the toilet, he'll wash his hands, he'll use towel, and he'll go across the landing with the towel and then chuck it on the floor. And then we've got to go up and, well, when we go up, we'll see it on the floor. We've got to pick it up and put it back on the radiator. He's got a gate at the moment where he's not lifting the seat up, and I'm the only lady in the house. So you can imagine. We've told him to sit on the seat if it's a problem, but he must be just forgetting himself and does it anyway. That's a pain at minute, but yeah, I think he's already picking up all them little things, Christine. Hi, Michelle. Hope you're well, darling. Should use the app for the tooth fairy flying above him next time he loses one. Use it for Evie. That's a good idea, that, Jen, actually. Christine laughing. When he's 20, he'll expect you to pick up everything. Oh, I don't know. I think my well, Elijah who's 14, he'll be 15 in September. He's not too bad. He'll fold his clothes up sometimes, or he'll just chuck them in corner in bedroom.
Somebody in front.
And it's quite neat and tidy usually. I don't see him being, messy. But as for me, 16-year-old, it's terrible. He chucks rubbish all over the bedroom. I constantly have to remind him to pick it up and put it in bin. Bearing in mind, he'll go through the kitchen, through the living room, where there's 2 bins, one in each room, upstairs, past the bathroom, into his bedroom. So he goes all that way with an empty packet in his pocket to, just take it out of his pocket and chuck it on the floor. So...
He's got keys too.
But it's funny because I've got some kids that are quite clean and tidy, and I've got others that aren't. Must be a boy thing. Hey, Jen, just prepping tea at the moment. How are you? I need of a chuckle, Michelle. It's one of those days. I've got to do something. Must be. No worries, Christine. Thanks for dropping by, darling. Take care. Hi, Claire. Hope you're well, darling. But yeah, as for the live stream from last night, I was absolutely gutted. I was raging for 25 minutes. I went an extra hour than what I should have, and when it come to when I ended live stream, it were doing something, and then all of a sudden on my phone it popped up. Error, and I'm like, error, I hope that's not messed up my live stream. And then I just come off at phone, and my phone started to get warmer, and I kept refreshing my YouTube, and it was showing that I was still live, and I'm like, but I'm not still live because I know I've knocked it off on my phone. And then I thought, right, I'll switch my phone off, switch it back on, did that, still the same. Went onto PC, and it was still showing up that I was still live. So I clicked on the video to see if it was still streaming, and it was just a black screen, and it was just buffering, just constantly buffering. And I thought, no, I've lost it. I've lost the video. And I signed out of the PC side for YouTube. I signed out of YouTube on my phone. I signed back in, and it was still the same. And my phone was getting extremely hot. It felt like it was gonna either pop on me, or I couldn't even hold my phone to a degree. And I thought, only way I'm going to be able to stop this is something with my phone, that something's happened, and I ended up having to delete the live stream from yesterday. As soon as I deleted the live stream, within a couple of minutes, my phone went back to cool. So I have no clue what happened. I spoke to Jen last night after it had happened. I was telling her it was gutted. Yeah, we were discussing it last night or this morning, and she was saying that there's other YouTubers that are having the same issues regarding that sense. So I am going to only go to 8 o'clock tonight, so that makes it 2 hours. I don't want to go over that just in case the same thing happens. So I'll colour as much as I can during live stream, and hope and pray that it doesn't happen again, because if it does, I don't know what I'm to do. Brian's offered to have a look into it to find out what cameras, I know Nico, she's got a camera, hasn't she, rather than a phone. And seems to be very successful with that. So is it cheeky to ask her what make of camera she's got? or ask her about it, because I know YouTubers are very like, they keep themselves to themselves and they don't like, sharing information with each other. But I need something other than a mobile phone. My mobile phone's just not working. I saw Pam's page, Jane. It looks great. Yeah, Jane. I went on to video and I had a quick flick through, and I saw the page that she'd done. It looks fantastic. I tried to comment on a video, but it just wouldn't. It wouldn't post for some reason. Like I weren't allowed to post on it or something. I don't know. You're at the right place then. I'm all good. Just haven't stopped today. You ain't doing any colouring. Yeah, it did, Michelle. I was absolutely gutted. I got a few hours done this morning, Michelle. I didn't realise how long I'd been going doing the Pegasus page. Shh. I know something I watch. Seems like something with YouTube, because it's strange how so many content creators are having the same kind of... It's the first time it's ever happened to me, Jen. The first ever time, and I was gutted because it's like first video back. I had maximum, I think it was something like 19 people just drop in watching the video, which what most I've had in a long time. So I had like 19 watchers, and by the time I finished the live stream, I had over 70 people that had watched it. So I was gutted. I was really gutted. That'd have boosted up all my stats and stuff again, because all my stats and everything, because I've not been live or anything like that, they've all dropped dramatically. And I don't like seeing grey. I want to see green. I want to push it back up. So yeah, it was very weird how it happened. What phone have you got? What's the double page again? I've got a Samsung S20 FE, Michelle. So it's fairly newish. I know they're on the S23 now, I think, but S20 is quite popular. And I had the S20 before I got this new. This one's a new one. I need to pick a new page to start. Try. You've got the Kerby books, haven't you, Claire? Join in one of the scavenger hunt pages. Yes, Michelle, I don't like the colour I use, so I went over it, so I was aching. I'll still post it, though. I always post the good and bad pages. I don't care. You could ask Nate. She can only say yes or no to helping you. That's it. If you don't ask, you don't get nowhere, do you? So maybe that's why it burnt your phone out. I have no idea, Michelle. It's just, I mean, I had this exact same phone previous. This is a new contract phone, and I had the same phone previous, and I had no real issues other than the battery running out on me all the time, because I'm constantly charging it while live streaming, like I'm doing now, like an idiot. But I just wanted to get it up to 100%, and then I can take it off charge and let it run out as normal. But that's the only issue I had with the previous phone. Now, with this one that I got, I have had a couple of problems. I don't know if it's faulty or something, but like the camera quality is a bit poorer on this one than it is on the other one. I think that's why it looks blur sometimes. But yeah, I really do want to get the a camera or something better.
Get ready, people.
Yes, I do. I will have a look. Shy Burns get notes. Exactly. Yeah, I've had my Samsung go super hot a few times before. I think it could be something to do with the battery, mate. Probably, Michelle. There were a phone update for my phone, and usually it'll pop up when it needs, updating, but it's not popped up. And today I thought, right, I'll double check my battery and everything, make sure that it's okay. And that's when I noticed there were another update for the phone itself. So I've updated it today. I'm hoping that it might have been that. I don't know, but we'll see. So we'll get started anyway. I'm needing some blues. I like all types, Jen. Close your eyes and stab at a book, then a page. I'm just looking at colours for the water. I'm ready to go, like.
So you need that obviously. Everywhere.
Do you know, I think it's the worst point. You know, I'm looking and making sure you get the right colour choices. You know, that you don't mess it up. Two oh 2015. Let's have a look. 2015.
I can see how that. He's like, come over here.
Cobalt teal blue. Cobalt teal blue. Yes. And 2014. Helio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Better with them graphic,
Sharpen them up. Catch up on chat in a sec. I'm still using my Artex pencils, by the way.
Yeah, right back over the grapple. So when if I push him out at mark, he's still gonna.
Oh, good idea. I need to be brave and make a start on a book I've been scared of. What book's that, Claire? I normally get the husband to pick 2 numbers, first for the book and second for the page, but your life he picks a boring one. Oh, jacket tatties.
That one.
I've got jacket spuds for donkeys. Oh, I have them religiously. McCain, though, from Iceland. I cook some turtle, the melt, and crispy jacket. Die for. It's like they're being cooked in a bonfire. You know, like in olden times when they were olden times. Back when I was young and my mother used to put them in fire to cook them. Oh, so many, Michelle. I've been buying everything. You should see Claire's stash. She's got an art room and it's just like shelves and shelves and shelves of pens, pencils, and tons of pencil cases. I have a lot of books from Japan that are so gorgeous. I'm afraid I'll ruin it. I have the one, Claire, and it is too gorgeous to ruin. I really want to get some watercolor paints though. Not the tubes. I want the pan sets. I was supposed to be making a wedding card tonight, but you decided to drag me to a live. Bring your backside. Ain't we all? Okay, maybe we could suggest a topic that would narrow it down. Hi, Karina. Hope you're well, darling. I'm either having jackets all the time, Michelle, or toasters. Get hooked on them. Yeah, that would be interesting. I have all types from cutesy to horror. I've seen some lovely ones from Japan, Claire, but I don't have any. Guilty as charged. That's what we're going to be having, lol. We were going to try cheese and pickle toasties. What's your favourite toasties? I don't even. I only have like toast and beans. I don't have toasties. But for my jacket potatoes, I always have tuna mayonnaise. It's a must.
Have a little bit more on this.
Right, I'll make a start. So, in fact, glasses.
Why don't you do so I know?
Glasses. Because I'm going blind and all that.
Yeah.
Sardine or tuna, Michelle. Had to share with the cats, so I never got a full one to myself. I only ever have ham toasters, jacket spuds. I like tuna mayo or beans with loads of butter. Oh yeah, it's got to have loads of butter. But what butter? Because I have Lurpak. It's got to be Lurpak. Sometimes I'll have beans with tuna as well together, or I'll I don't have beans on its own with jacket spuds. It's funny because some people use mayo for tuna. Who uses mayo and who uses salad cream? Because you're rich. Anchor or clover for me. I have the Lurpak that's got it's like lighter, Lurpak lighter, I think. Salad cream all the way for everything. Yeah, I think because a lot of people. I mean, it's same with my other son, Elijah. He don't like salad cream in tuna. He says it's not tuna mayonnaise with salad cream. It's tuna mayonnaise with mayo. I'm like, no, that's not how I remember it from being little. We're always salad cream in with tuna. Even at birthday parties, if we requested tuna mayonnaise sandwiches, it were always salad cream. Salad cream and loads of black pepper in tuna. I hate mayo, but I have it with tuna. Isn't it funny how different we all are? Just little quirks like that.
ready for a little bit of this, I think.
I only have it with tuna or egg, but never as just a sauce. What's that? Salad cream? I don't have salad cream on its own as a sauce. It's just added to tuna mayo, not tuna. I think I might have messed up there and added grain to that, and it's not. It's meant to be grey. So I do apologise for the wobble. I meant mayo. You see, I can't eat mayo on its own, like as a cream, a sauce. I have salad cream instead of butter. I don't know what this is. I don't know if that's part of water or can't be part. That's a seashell. Oh, it's part of fish, isn't it? That fish. It's a fish's tail. What was I saying now? I am, Claire. So much easier. I prefer it like this. It makes it really flat, and you're not having to like keep pushing book down at crease. You know, it bind a bit. So much easier. Little Harry. Yeah, I'm looking where all water is. Don't want to be colouring something that's not meant to be coloured in that colour. But yeah, as for salad cream, for mayo, I'll not have it as a sauce to dip in, but I will have garlic mayo to dip for chips and my pizza and stuff like with the takeaways. Salad cream I'll not use as a dip, only for tuna. But red sauce, I love red sauce as a dip. I can put tons of. I can see where Ruben gets it from. He like covers his all over as a big blob, and unfortunately, he takes after his mum for that. I love red sauce. I used to have red sauce sandwiches when I used to be little. Yeah, I can eat band. Yeah, I like the disc too. Don't like the taking the book apart. No, neither do I. I think they should make it compulsory that when they make books to make them ring bound. It'd make it so much easier. I'd pay that bit extra for it. No, it doesn't need band. Yeah, he likes barbecue as well. We've got barbecue sauce. We don't have sweet and sour. Nobody likes that kind of stuff. Yeah, so those horror tarot cards today, I need them in my life now. Which ones are those, Michelle? Oh, the buy. It's the Alan Robert ones. Or is it something else? Oh, we're not seeing that. I'm really bad because I watch all the book hauls and flick those to see what books I need. Jane's fault. Always my fault. I let the door good tonight. Gina can't get in, lol. she'll be cursing you, Jen.
I don't.
All these little pieces of water. Is that the picture I'm calling a clue for the miss? I am Karina. Massive fan of barbecue, you know the horror series ones, lol. I'm so behind the one where there's like 5 series, lol. I think you just recently done the new one, maybe. Saw they do a card set. Oh yeah, definitely. I've reviewed. I'm sure I've reviewed those, Michelle. I've got the tub. 2 seconds. Yeah, if it's Alan Robert ones, I've got all these books. I ain't done any colouring in tarot set though for a while. These ones. As long as you recognise it's your fault, I can carry on buying them. You can blame me, Claire. It's fine. Yeah. But yeah, these are all books by Alan Robert. I've got all these. You get this in tape thing. It just tells you information about each card. And the best thing about this is you get the pictures of each card as well, so you can colour it the same as introduction and everything. And this is the only one I've coloured out of the entire set at the moment. Oh, Jane, love you, don't I? As if you have them. I've had them a while, actually, Michelle. Where do I get them from? I think you can get them from Amazon, to be fair. Yeah. It's got I don't know what the difference is. Colour Your Destiny. Oh, that's the colouring version. It's got a colouring version and a version that's already coloured. So that's the colouring version. You flip them. I know it's been a while, hasn't it, Jen? I thought they'd been out a while, so I'm getting them. Yeah, that's the coloured version. And then he's got the already coloured version if you don't want to colour them. He's got the already coloured version. But yeah, it's where I got mine from. But yeah, it's a huge, huge deck. And there's just so many to colour. And it's got like a film on it. It's a really weird feeling. I can't remember what I used to colour this, actually. I think I used Prismas. There's just so many different ones. Really cool. That's back at cards. and they're all the same. You're welcome, Michelle. Enabler. Amazon should love me for sending you all there. I only got it because I wanted to colour them. I haven't a clue how to do tarot, so they'll just be coloured and left. Oh, my screen's gone all funny again. If it's gone funny for you guys, just refresh. Even then, it just sometimes goes wappy. It'll go back to normal. It's because I've had things right zoomed up. How do you do it, though? I don't have a clue how to do it, Jen. I read cards, Jen. No, I've never been brave enough. No, I don't know how to go about it, Jen. I don't know what to do. I need some tech-savvy person in my life that knows what they're talking about. I know my mum did it like a long time ago, but I didn't understand it. I was only a kid anyway, so yeah. I mean, it tells you in this box with book and that, it tells you about it all on there. But I'm not one for sitting there and reading something for ages. I just haven't got patience. All the cards I read are when Evie wants to play Snap or Dirty Queen. Dirty Queen. Oh dear. Yeah, I've had that tarot deck a while. I got them because Reese got them as well, and I think we were going to do them like colour them together during like the month of October, and we were going to colour them together, and then it just went tits up basically. I didn't bother. I coloured one. I think I did it on my YouTube channel and made it as a time lapse, I think. I can't remember. I'm sure I did. Yes, guys, I'm your girl for free readings. I'm getting my butt into gear, sorting my account, so it's all be on Facebook and Insta soon. Pop your link. I don't know if you've heard of her, but she's on Facebook. Deborah, I think it was Deborah Davis, psychic medium. She were on This Morning at one point, and I think she predicted a pandemic. Have you heard of her? It's all pretty ladies. It's not Anne Stokes, is it? Michelle? Oh yeah, Christine Karen. I done the water last on this. Found it easy picking the fish and such out first. Yeah, I think I'm going to do water first, and then it makes it a bit more easier to then pick out rest. I think I'm different from everybody else. I know a lot of people do background first, then they do that bit, and then they do main subject. But I prefer doing main subject, then next bit, then background last. I've always done it that way. For some reason, my YouTube on PC is slower than what it is in real life. It's doing me bloody nothing. Yeah, I'll do background last. So much easier. I'll get you all in the mix as soon as I'm going, lol. Getting on it this weekend. Sorry I missed that, Jane. Who did you just say? Yes, it's Christine Carr. I don't know what I meant. Deborah Davis, psychic medium. She's on Facebook. I did follow her at one point. I did a text thing, but I find that to be a bit crap, to be fair. I've always wanted to be, to do like a be with a psychic medium and getting messages that way. Some are genuine and all that, and some aren't. I really like Chris Fleming. He's a good one. I like Ian Lawman, but I don't like that he's working with my Help My House is Haunted team. I don't like the people that he works with. But he's okay as a person himself. I were gonna book him, but you've got to have like a big group of people. I'm calling with Jalpins here and they smell like Parma violets. Yeah, I need her cards too, they're beautiful. I'm still waiting for the new Christine Karen book to arrive. I wanted the Wildflower book, but I'm not paying prices that they want for that. No chance. I think they're taking make-wit prices or some stuff. I always say you're a backward. I do background last too. Either makes it or breaks it. What are you working on tonight? Yeah, I know I've heard there's better ones on YouTube. Debbie Griggs is awesome. Give her a follow, people. She does all sorts and she's always bang on. That's the one. 15 quid. Where's that at, Claire? You see, I wanted to get it from her website. That's what I wanted because it's that cardstock type stuff. But it were like £26 for book and then it were like £25 for postage. It's nuts. Is that on Amazon? I know there's a few, Michelle. I like Sally as well. I watch her sometimes. Oh yeah, you've just reminded me we need to talk crime and ghosts. Mandalagen. Some mindless stuff. I say you've got to have a good brain to be colouring mandala. I can't stand it. I'll have to have a look, Claire. Is it the same? I don't think it's the same one. The same. I think it's paper version rather than the. No, it's same paper. Ah, so it's like that. It's still like cardstock type stuff. I get you, Karina. Sometimes that's just what's needed. Mandalas do mind nothing though. I can help you learn with your cards, Jane. Bless you, Michelle. There is one thing I want to do. I want to go into ghost hunting. But I need a team. I need somebody with a car, and then I need to get a crowdfunding page going to get me equipment. Because that's all I do every night. It'd be, come on, we're off. We're gonna go ghost hunting, catch some EVPs. Mandala and Zentangle drive me up the wall. I can't do any like that. I don't mind a little bit of it if it's not too overpowering, but it just drives. No, I can't do it. I find them to be really boring, the same kind of thing repeated, and having to do them, say, figuring out all different colours for different sides, and not for me. Oh, I just reminded you, got me hooked on all the Mel Pameni books. Yeah, I've got all three. Oh, I think it's three. Yeah, all three books of hers. I've hardly done any colouring in it, to be fair. Yeah. All about ghost hunters and ghost hunting. Can't get the flipping link to it, but yeah, on Amazon. I'll have a look, Claire, when I've finished. Or you can send it through Facebook. I'll get it through there now. But yeah, definitely want to go ghost hunting. I've had some experiences myself. One I can't really talk about because it's not for YouTube. But I had my first ever experience. I was with my mum visiting her gay friend at his house. He used to babysit for me as a kid, like. Yeah, it's the one publisher. I'll have to have a look. There's such beautiful books. And we were visiting him. I've probably said it before, like, that it were a warm day, there were no wind, door was open, and his layout of his house. Try and explain. Try and explain best I can. So this was main road. You can't see that, can you? Get me popcorn ready here. This was main road, and obviously when you go into his footpath were there. This is where his house, obviously. His door were like that, open. This was his kitchen area. And there were a door here, but I don't think it was even on the frame. And there were just a curtain here for his upstairs. But his living room were like that. That were to go to his basement. Yeah, that were to go down into his basement, and then this bit were for upstairs. And this were another door here. It got his sofa here, a chair here, his fireplace and stuff were there. And then there were a chair here, so obviously we're a bit bigger. But there were a chair here and a door here. Love real stories. And this door was wide open because it was sunny day, and we come in, and my mum was sat here, I was sat here, and a friend was sat here, and they were just basically talking, having a conversation, and all of a sudden my mum, she like gasped, she couldn't breathe, she was struggling to breathe. And I got up off of my chair and I went over, and as you do, I grabbed her hands and I pulled her up off the sofa. And as soon as I pulled her up, she like took a big gasp, and I'm like, "What's up with her?" And she says, "I couldn't breathe." And a friend then turned around to my mum and said, "Oh, it's just me," joking about, "Oh, it's just my dad." And then he jokingly turned around and went, "Oh, Dad, come, if they're going to come and be noisy, come and sit down." And then on sofa, on this bit here where my mum was sat, I saw the indentations of a person's butt cheeks, but there was nobody there. So I saw the indentations at the bum as he sat down on the sofa. I absolutely cacked my pants. I ran out, I went home. That was it for me. That was my first ever experience. Yeah, it was creepy. I didn't see anything. It was just like there were nothing there. But as soon as he told him to sit down on the sofa, it sat down or whatever it was, sat down, and I saw the indentation of butt cheeks on the sofa. That I legged it. I was scared. I absolutely cacked my pants. I said I won't go again, and I don't think I ever did. I don't think I ever went back. That purple on your mat to the left of your butt looks like a fish. This bit. Or this. It's just a solar system. Look. I think it's supposed to be like little planets or something. Bottom. But yeah, the second time was a bit more personal. It was in my bedroom. I felt something staring at me, and it was doing something, and I happened to like, when I don't know if you've ever experienced it where you feel like shadow figures. Yeah, he said to my mum that it was his dad, and my mum said to him, did your dad have problems breathing? And he turned around and said, yeah, he got something wrong with his lungs when he passed away. And she said it was like I couldn't breathe. So it were his dad that had come. It was really weird. I cacked my pants. Yeah. As I was saying, the second time it was at the old house that we'd moved from before we come here, and we were in bed, and it was weird because it was in corner, it was darker than dark, and I could see it wasn't a figure, it was just a black mass. And I kept saying to Brian, there's something there, I can see it. There's something watching us. And he's like, because he's a non-believer up to this point. And I says, I can see it. It's in corner. And all of a sudden, I saw it dart from corner and go out to my bedroom door. And I even saw it, even though it was a shadow figure, it was like a shadow going past on the bedroom door. It left our room and it went straight into Ruben's little bedroom. And 2 seconds later, Ruben woke up screaming. Now, I'm not saying it hurt him or anything, but it was just so convenient that it left our room and went straight into his, and 2 seconds later he started screaming. And we brought him into our room and he stayed with us the night. Yeah, I think it was probably him, and your mum felt what he had felt before he had died, maybe. Yeah, we think that's what case. Believe it or not, her name's Michelle as well. But me and her don't get along anymore. We've not got along for a long time. put it this way, she tried to have my kids took off me and sided with my youngest step sibling. But I'm not going to go into that on here, it's depressing. But yeah, that was another experience. And then the experience that made Bride not a true believer, but but I see all sorts, me. Yeah, probably Michelle. Hi Sam, hope you well, darling. Then we had miscarriage in 2015, and I think it was about 6 months after that. I was in bed asleep, and Brian had gotten up with kids. And at, I think it was a certain point in the morning, he come running upstairs and he was checking me and he's going, babe, he was panicking, and I'm like, what? You know, when they're coming up to you and checking you, terrified out of the skin. He goes, I've just seen something. I'm like, what are you on about? He goes, I've just come to the bottom of the stairs to come up and wake you up, and I saw something. It was a little figure at the bathroom door, because his bathroom door was shut. He goes, it was as tall as the door handle, but it just couldn't. It says it couldn't reach the door handle. It was jumping up as though it were trying to grab hold that door handle to open it. He says, I thought it were one of the kids at first. He says, and as soon as I got to the bottom of the stairs and I looked up at it, it stopped jumping up at the door and it didn't look at me. He says he turned its head to the right and then ran as though it were going into our bedroom or into kids' bedroom. He says, and I was debating whether to come up and come up, because I don't know if it were coming to you to hurt you or whatever. He says, but I plucked up courage. He says, I've run upstairs. I'm absolutely knackered. I've nearly knocked my neck. He says, I wanted to wake you up. He says, I'm terrified. And I'm like, oh, so are you going to be a believer now then, that we've got something in house? But even though he saw that, he's still a little bit skeptic. Yeah, I do want to do that, Michelle, but then I'm scared of being bombarded by it all and not being able to shut it off. You know what I mean? Since I've had experiences and stuff, I've seen many different shadows. Even here when we moved here, it had been a good few months, and I was sat here at desk, and I just happened to look over at door to upstairs. Door was open, and I literally try and explain it best I can. I don't know if it was just the way that I was looking or I was tired or anything, but you'll have seen me downstairs door frame. So this is the door frame. Door was open. Use that as an handle. That's my front door there. So front door. This is me with my window panes. But yeah, this is me door. I'm not great at designs, even though I can draw. And as I looked, it was like out at corner of my eye. All I saw, it wasn't a figure as such. It was just a dark shape like that, and it wasn't entire body. It was like half of its body, and it was just a black mass. And it was like peeking right corner, and then it disappeared. You know, like when I blinked my eye, it had gone. But I've seen that in house, but I've not heard anything like anything being moved or. I don't know, Jen. It was just really weird. Like I looked, you know, when you look, you see something, you blink and it's gone. It was basically like that. But it's always blooming shadow figures. Why don't they just? I wish they'd just show. show the sound. I want to see a proper, like me, you know, not me as in me, but a person, an actual person that's a ghost. I don't want to see black masses. They're scary. That was in my house now, yes. But the last time I saw this was when we first moved here, which were about 3 years ago. And we've been in here for about 6 months, something around that time period. But I haven't seen it since. I don't know if it was just something out of the corner of my eye or I was just seeing things, but it were like it was just a black mass. There's not much more I can say. But it were like that. And that's the kind of stuff that I was seeing at the old house. At the old house, it was just the corner of my room like that. And my bed were here. And it was just a black mass like that in the corner of my bedroom. There was no figure like that. It was just a big black mass. And it was darker than dark. Obviously, we had lights out and everything. Door there. And it was just a black mass, and it darted out and went into little Un's bedroom. But it was just a black mass that I saw at the old house. She's here. I'm Gina. I hope, darling, hope you're well. But yeah, that's what I saw at this house. That's what I saw at the old house. I had a dog growing up from being little, from being born to being 12. I'm hoping she's still around me. I miss her. Bugger, she broke the lock. But yeah, but I've had an old house. We used to have things being chucked around and moved, and things disappearing and then reappearing and stuff like that. That could just be family watching over you, but you're not maybe ready to see that yet, or could just be an energy lurking. I don't think it's family, to be honest, Michelle, because I've not really lost any close family as yet. I remember I don't remember, but I was born, and my great grandma, well, my dad's grandma passed away when I was just a few days old or a few weeks old, and then my dad's granddad passed away when I was about 3, 4. But he didn't like me much. He said that I was a spoilt little brat. It was more for the other side of family. I never met my mum's mum. My mum's mum died when she was 12. And my mum's dad had he got gangrene in his leg. He had I don't know what I can't remember the full story, but he had gangrene in his leg and he had to have it amputated and a lot of other things. And he tried to hold on till I was born so that he got to see me. And apparently he passed away before I was born. So he didn't get a chance to see me. I've had my granddad's brother pass away, but we were never close with him. And his wife passed away. We used to visit, but I weren't like close, like, you know, like my grandma and my granddad and my mum and my dad, or I mean, I weren't even close to them, to be fair. But as for family members, I've not really got any family members, Michelle, to be fair, that would be watching over me or anything. So I don't know. I think that's another reason why I wanted to like get a psychic medium. See if there's anybody following me or anything. And I were in a group with these supposed psychic people, and they told us to put a picture on of you know, of ourselves in the group, and if the psychic felt a connection with you, they would comment or message you. So I gave it a shot, and it took about 6 months before one of them popped up on my comment saying that I had an older lady following me around, keeping tabs on me and looking after kids. And my dog was around me as well, that I had from being little when she passed away at 12. But it didn't seem too credible. You know what I mean? It's like I couldn't. I don't know. I just didn't believe what they were saying. It's hard to, but you know, they were saying an old woman. I'm like, there's no old woman that I know that I've been like a mother figure to me. There's not been an old woman that's been a mum figure to me other than my nan, but she's still alive. We're not really talking much, so well, we haven't been talking for a year, so. I'm gonna haunt you when I go. Thanks, Jen. I need somebody to haunt me. I can get you EVPs, then I can get your voice on an EVP. That's the sort of family you could and would have watching over you. Going to swap all your pencils out of their case. No. Oh, they will be, Jane. I'll do you a reading. Oh, bless you, Michelle. I'd love that. I'll eat your colouring book. How random. I'll eat all your colouring books. All Gina greedy. You mean is. I know they're being mean to me, aren't they, Sam? We lost our Westie a few weeks before the first lockdown. It was nearly 16. I'm sure I feel him here. So sorry about that, Claire. I'm so attached to Cleo. I couldn't imagine my life without her now. But I know there'll be a day at some point, you know, not too soon, but there'll be a day come where she'll not be here permanently. And I think it'll wreck me. I've started doing a little like journal thing. I say I'm started, but yeah, look for signs from past over loved ones, guys. They always send them when you ask. I've never asked anybody because, like I said, the only family members that I've really lost is like my mum's mum and dad, but that was before I was born, and then my granddad's mum and dad, and I only got to see his mum when I was little for a short period of time. I weren't even 1 year old, and then his dad died when I was about 3, 4, so, and he didn't like me much. So a spoilt brat. Blown my neck. I feel for each and every one of you. I really do. I couldn't imagine having to go through all that. But yeah, I were because I watched something on Netflix about mediums and opening yourself up. I forgot what it was called. And it was like I was like, yes, I want to do that. I want to open myself up. But then I think to myself, what would I be bringing back? You know, every time I did it, and I communicated with some spirits or whatever, and learning to shut it all off. And if you open yourself up too much and you let them all in, and you can't get shut of them, and interrupting your sleep, I can't do that. But I do want to be able to, I don't know, contact, you know, like find who my spirit guide is, because we've all got one, haven't we? My spirit guide would be like, oh, she's off again. will interrupt you from sleeping. I don't know, Jen. They're always with you, remember, guys, just in a different way now. I need protection crystals, Jane. Shame you can't just come and visit me, Michelle, and just help me out. But I do believe in spirits. I do believe in ghosts and the afterlife. I've always been a believer in that stuff. I just don't get how they're like stuck. Well, not stuck, but they're in afterlife, and I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? That they're on a different plane to us. It's like the unknown. You're wanting to know everything. "13 years now for me. They won't visit me. I snort too loud." And Sage, I'll help you find them. It's my speciality, spirit guides. Oh, yeah. I'd love to know who my spirit guide is. I bet he or she's like, I want a new person. I don't want this one. I'll help you out, lovely. Gina equals Miss Piggy. Now we have Frankie, so even though he'll never replace Ollie, he helps having it. It helps having him here. I think that's a good thing. I think everybody that has a pet, that loves the pet, gets another one, not to replace, but to heal that little bit of broken piece of your heart, doesn't they? I mean, we lost our dog, our German Shepherd, when I think I was 11 and she was 12. And that brought me to pieces. Her back end went. She couldn't go to the toilet, bless her. She was being carried out into the back garden for pee and stuff. And it weren't very nice. And they just made a decision to put her to sleep. It was no life for her. And I miss her a lot. She was the best dog ever. Because when I was a baby, when we used to go around, she'd always be waiting at the door for me. And she'd mug me, like lick me from head to toe before I even got my foot in threshold to get in the house. And my parents and grandparents could leave me outside the back garden on my own with dog, and she would not let nobody come up that driveway anywhere near me. She'd have them. So I don't miss her. To be fair, I need to find a clear enough picture to have, and put it in a frame, put it on the wall. She needs to be remembered. Spirit animals are our guides a lot of the time. I've noticed a lot of mediums and that with their spirit guides. They're all like Indians, American Indians and stuff like that, aren't they? I still have not got another cat, but looking for one. Definitely, Sam. If I get more, I'll have to get them the same ages again, breaking my heart, them all going one after the other. Yeah. Just get like 2 in one go. I'll just get a bunch of 3 of them from the same litter. You got your spuds out, Michelle. If I open myself too much, my Bumpy would talk my ear off. He always around me, as he used to help me with gardening in my home. Oh, that's lovely, that, Claire. I'm intrigued, Michelle. Who is your spirit guide? No, they're only just Jen. Jack Daniels is mine. Jack Daniels is mine. Oh dear. You crack me up. I'm just gonna chuckle. Jack Daniel. Mr. Blobby. Mr. Blobby's mine. I went right into my 40s before losing anyone, and sadly now I've lost a lot of family and friends over the last few years. I won't have that problem, to be fair, because it's just me and Brian boys now, so I've got no ties anymore, which is a bit easier for me. I've been having calls with my friend's cat. That's helped. I know they've started doing cat cafes and stuff like that, haven't they? I've run out of tea. Sounds awesome, that, Michelle. You're so lucky. It's funny because I envy mediums that have got that connection and that's come natural from being born. And I'm like, I wish I were like that. And then I think to myself, but then would I appreciate him coming and waking me up all the time? I borrowed my neighbour's cat on Sunday for a cuddle Sam. He was in our garden playing with one of my dogs. My 22-year-old nephew got me into it all once he passed over. So sorry to hear that, Michelle. Yeah, I think a lot of people are losing a lot of people. It's not something that. I mean, I've lost Harper. I call her my little girl because when I miscarried her in September of 2015, it broke me because it was only 6 months prior to that. I was collecting these little angel ornaments because I kept seeing posts on Facebook of parents killing the children and babies and stuff like that, and it was devastating. And I felt like I wanted to represent those babies that were being took by their own parents, and I just couldn't understand why they'd want to harm the babies. And then, like 6 months later, I ended up having a miscarriage, and I thought to myself it would have never happened to me. So I have got Harper, but but yeah, I was struggling really bad after I lost her. I ended up having to go and see a counsellor because I was that bad. I didn't know if there were going to be any light at the end of the tunnel when I lost her. And at that time, I was 10 plus, I think 10 plus 3 weeks into pregnancy when I found out, well, I started bleeding. And they said that I lost it about a week before that. So I should have been like 9 plus some weeks. And the fetus wasn't really a fetus, it was in its sac. and you couldn't really see much. It didn't look very nice. I say that because it didn't look very nice. It just didn't. It didn't look like a baby. So that's the only real close thing that I've ever lost in my life that's been more treasurable. And when I were having my counselling sessions, the counsellor advised me to pick a sex for the baby and then give it a name to make it easier for me to cope with process, you know. So because I'd already had 4 boys, I said it's definitely got to have been a girl because I've viably carried 4 boys without any issues. So I decided that I was gonna say that it were a girl, and we decided on Harper Phoenix for a name. And I've got tattoo on my wrist. And my dad's got a tattoo as well. So that's the only real person that I've lost that's been dear to me. So I don't know if it's a boy or a girl until I go to pearly gates and find out for myself. I'd have loved to have known if it were a boy or girl. But I don't think you can really tell, can you, when they're only 9 weeks in uterus. It would have been nice to have known, because I could be calling my baby Harper Phoenix and saying that she's a girl, and it could be a boy. So it would be nice to know that. But I suppose only time I'm going to know is when it's my time to go, really. A big. How do you pronounce that, Claire? CWTC. Good. I can't even pronounce that. You are, Jane. You have to develop it more. We'll have the ability. Maybe one day, Michelle. Thank you, Claire. I'm doing a lot of talking again. Catching up from yesterday. Thank you, Michelle. Mwah. She was still my baby. You've got us now, Jane, lol. Run. Hugs. It was really hard. And I had to do it alone because Brian had to be at home with other kids. So I had to go to hospital, and I finally passed her at home, but I had to go to hospital to be checked over and everything. It weren't nice. It was Dad that come with me, and what pissed, I'm going to swear now, but what pissed me off the most was the fact that after I'd passed her and we took her to hospital and we went to hospital, they did their examinations on me, and then they come back and they said, "I'm sorry, but it was your baby. Do you want us to?" They gave me a leaflet, a bloody leaflet of all things. They gave me a leaflet, and I was sat in this waiting room. I had to read it, and I had 10 minutes to read it and make a decision on what I wanted to do. I didn't have my phone. I asked his dad if I could borrow his phone so I could phone Brian and discuss it with him. And his dad basically said, there's no point clinging on to something that's no longer here. And said that because it was discussing, having cremation or burial or anything like that. And his dad basically said by the time they've done, there'll be no left anyway, so it'd be pointless and it'd cost a fortune. And my head was just a mess. There were no way I could have decided for myself or even had anybody professional to give me advice. So I just went home. I just went home and we just rode it through, basically. And then it were only, I think it was 3 months after, that my friend from because I used to go to a group called Mind. It's for mental health. It was for ladies. It was to do with mental health. I used to go every Wednesday, and there were a lady there, and her daughter was pregnant. Like, she'd have been. She had twins, and she lost her twins. As I lost Harper in September, she lost her twins in November, so she'd have been a bit further on than me. And she ended up having her babies cremated and put in urns. And my friend from group told me that these urns only cost £40 each. So I was kicking myself. I was pissed off because I could have not gone through the process of finding out what were wrong with her. I could have had her cremated and put in an urn, and that's what pissed me off. So, and then not long after that, my friend's daughter got pregnant again, and she would come into the group, and she would she showed me a picture of a scan photo, and I'd only lost Harper in space there. I think it was 6 months or something like that. And I lost my shit. Honestly, I lost my shit. I know it affects people differently, but I didn't appreciate her, showing a scan photo 6 months after me losing my baby, And she's like, oh, you didn't have to go and post stuff on Facebook and get all nasty and stuff like that. But I suppose it's people that deal with things differently, And I didn't want to fall out with her because she were a good friend to me and got me through a lot of stuff during my time at Mind. And it was the fact that I thought, how could you show me a picture 6 months after me losing my baby? It triggered me. And I hated the fact we did have a good fallout for a bit, but we're still friends. But nevertheless, it hurt. And the fact that a daughter could get pregnant again, and I've been trying. We've been trying 3 years for another, and it's not been successful, so. It's what it's meant to be, I suppose. Well, could ask the cards. We get answers from Spirit using cards. That'd be fantastic, Michelle. Like Hutch, but with a K. Kutch. So let's have a Kutch. Is that what it was? Yeah, Jane, I'll message you after the week and see what we can do for you. Oh, bless you, Michelle. Yeah, it were my first time, and I hope it's my last. I didn't want to go through another miscarriage. I couldn't do it. I don't know these women that can go through miscarriage and miscarriage and miscarriage. They've got to have a heart of, gold to keep going through it and keep going through it. I couldn't do it. Once is enough. I tried to be Michelle. Yeah, it's not a process I want to ever go through again, but I always said that I wanted to keep trying for one more. I want a girl. I want to experience having a daughter, and people just don't grasp it. They're like, oh, if you're not gonna get pregnant, it's not meant to be. You're going off with 4 boys, even though my oldest is like 20 in 2 months, and my other son's just turned 16. They'll be leaving home. Well, one's left home already. He'll be leaving home before long, and then I've just got 2 sons at home then. But I'm 36 this August, and I said I were only going to keep trying till I was 35, and that were it. I'm not going to try no more. So that's it for me. I've got to look forward to having grandkids later down the line. I worked with Mind a lot when I was a youth tutor. Great service. They did so much for me, Claire, but I think what it were is they had a certain a certain team, and the woman that were running Mind while I was there at the beginning for the first couple of years, she was fantastic. She was called Kate, and she helped me so much. She was the one that pushed me to have counselling after I lost baby. Said I really, really needed it, and I had to go. And she even pushed me through because the waiting lists were absolutely horrendous, and she knew I needed it badly, and she pushed through for me to have it done. And then she ended up leaving because she was having her own baby. And these other two women came along, and after that, it just went downhill. It absolutely went downhill. You couldn't do certain things that you could do before. They were like, they were doing stuff, but you had to bring your own kits and your own stuff. They were asking for donations a lot, asking us to bring our stuff in. And I brought colouring supplies, I brought craft supplies, and all sorts. We even had Christmas parties, and we were raising funds for stuff like that, and it were always just left to service providers to help fund for half of stuff, and I thought it were wrong. If they're the service, they're supposed to be helping us, you know. So I ended up stopping going altogether. They were just getting people that had been going for a long period of time and taking them on as what do they call them? You know, when they bring them on, I forgot what they call them. Volunteers, that's it. So the people that have been there for like 5 years, they were getting them to volunteer. So the people that you've been discussing your stuff with were becoming volunteers and talking to staff and stuff, and it just didn't feel right. You know what I mean? If you're going to be a volunteer, it needs to be people that have not been at the groups. It was just weird. There's 3 different ways we could find out if she was a girl or a boy, so maybe do all 3 ways, then we would know for sure. Yes, definitely. I'd love that, Michelle. Definitely. I just wanted to know, you know, it's just one of those things that go around in your head, you know, what it really a girl or what it a boy, or yeah, it just always interested me wanting to know. But yeah, the counsellor just said just to help me get through the grieving process, just to pick a sex and pick a name, and just I'd be screwed if it come back that it were a boy. You're like, oh God, I've got a girl's name on my arm. But I suppose Harper, you can have it as a boy's name, can't you? Same with Phoenix. I've heard boys being called Harper and Phoenix. So it's like one of those neutral sex names, aren't they? That's it, Jane Law. My sister had 9 miscarriages before having my niece, and I've never been able to have a baby. My baby is mine. Oh no. She's got to have a heart of gold to go through 9, Claire. Honestly, 1 killed me. I couldn't do it again. But there's always that, you know, you just want to try one more time for something that you've not had. I mean, all they said that you can't miss something that you've never had, but it's the case of you've been through 4 pregnancies and had the same sex each time, and you just want to experience it. You know, having a little girl dressing her up and doing her hair and so forth. It's a different kind of thing, you know. Whereas boys, stuff for girls and what there is for boys nowadays, isn't there? It's just one of those things. I've had my phone on charge for far too long. Been ruining my battery. So, but yeah, it's just one of those things, I suppose. I'm so sorry you couldn't have had any children. I know there's a lot of people out there that can't have kids of their own. I love these that do surrogates, where they carry baby for 9 months and then they give them to people that can't have babies. I find that absolutely heartwarming that they're able to do that, because if that had been me, I couldn't give it up. It's, you've carried it inside you for all that time and you've gave birth to it. I couldn't pass it back. I couldn't. They've got an heart of gold as those ladies that do that kind of stuff. It is, Jen. It really is. To be able to surrogate for somebody is an absolutely beautiful thing. And then you got to be careful with these that want money for it, and some rich people give 20, 50 grand for it, and then decide they go back on the word and they can't do it. They just can't, because they've formed a bond with that being inside them. It's an amazing feeling when another body's growing inside you. You're making that baby and feeling it kick and move, and it's a different kind of feeling. It's a special bond. And when you go to, when you give birth to it, it makes it even more special. You see it, you touch it. That's it. That bond's formed even stronger, and it's just hard to let go. So those that can do that, I really, really do admire. I messaged after the weekend. I was going to say, "Are you going to be okay if boy comes up?" I've got no choice, Michelle. But like I said, I've got Harper Phoenix, so it's like a one of them neutral names, isn't it? So whether it's a boy or a girl, so be it. I'd just like to know. It's just one of them things, I think. And it's been 7 years since I lost her, and we've got a cabinet with all girly things in it. So I'd have to try and replace them all to be boy stuff. I love kids, but I love giving them back. The amount of people that I've heard say the same thing, it's so funny. I think I'll be the same like when, grandma and stuff. I hate saying that. I'm not going to be a grandma, I'm going to be a nan. I don't like the word grandma, it makes you feel old. Old. I think you probably know, and it was your instinct. Well, it was just one of them things where I've carried 4 boys, Michelle, and someone said that it's definitely a girl, and you're just not viable for carrying girls, and that's why I lost her. I never found out what caused it or anything, even though they said they were going to do tests on the fetus to find out what caused it. I've never found out what actually caused it or anything. Obviously, there was something wrong with her or him, and that's why pregnancy didn't continue. My body terminated it before it got worse. Oh, my tummy's rumbling. But it's just one of them things you just always want to know, don't you? Gina, wake up. Oh yeah, you can. I never thought I'd get to my age without having kids. I thought about it. I bet you do, Claire. I wanted kids early on. I already said that I was looking after my younger siblings and stuff. I was a young age, get it out of the way, and then I've got my time when they've all grown up. I've got time for myself at end of my life. Well, towards the end of my life, I've got, my time basically. My mum is grandma, but she's 78. Well, yeah, I don't like the word grandma. No, I'd be a nan. Nan and Jane. Sounds awful. I reckon you're right. It feels right to me, just off my instincts. Yeah, I think it's a case of that. I just can't carry it. I can't bear girls, but I can bear boys. You know what I mean? With me having 4 boys, I think she were a girl, and I just wasn't able to carry her, and something was wrong with her, and that's why my body terminated pregnancy. That's what I think anyway. Yeah, it still hurts from time to time. I think about her every single day, and we always think about her more so on like what would have been, because the due date was 4th of April 2016. Well, expected due date, but we always class it as a birthday anyway. And then her angel date, which is 9th of September 2015. And we always put a light on in cabinet just to remember her, and stick a candle on and stuff. So she's never forgotten. My friend did it for a close friend, and she was amazing. It is, Claire. It's absolutely fantastic. Our women can do it. My sister is Nana. My sister the same. 4 boys and my brothers 3 girls. Lucky bugger. She wanted girls, he wanted boys. It's just your case, isn't it, though? Mind you, as a youth tutor, I've had literally hundreds of kids in my life that I've had all kinds of backgrounds, and I literally stay in touch with now, as they know I'll always be there. Bless you, Claire. You're such an angel. Oh, that's lovely. You still include it. Oh, definitely. It's funny because you see, my nan, she had a miscarriage apparently. Back in them, I mean, she's 88. So back in them times, they just lost babies and they didn't even think twice about it. And when I lost Harper, it really affected me, and I did go and have this tattoo done on my wrist, and it were all fresh. And I went to go and see my granddad, who had brought me up from being little, to show him and whatnot. And my granddad looked at it and he slapped me freshly done tattoo and said, "What's that going and had that done for?" I think he had his own views on me. You know, it's like a reminder as such, but I didn't want to forget. And he basically says, "Look, what you've never had, you can't miss," basically. And it just wasn't meant to be. It were basically wanting me to just forget about it, and I couldn't, and he's the one person that I expected to support me, such like a dad. And when I told my dad, my biological dad, my granddad's son, I asked him to come and visit me, and he didn't. He kept saying he were going to come and visit and see me, but he would always making excuses up. He'd got work or he got something to do, and I'm like, I'm your daughter. I've just lost your grandchild. You could have at least come and visited me and seen me, but he's an a-hole anyway, so I don't need him. 22 years of the hardest and most rewarding job of my life. Bless you, Claire. Huge hugs, darling. She's waiting for you all on the other side, watching over you all for now. I know she is. I've seen a cabinet light come on, sometimes, Michelle. I don't know if it's her, but there's been times when lights come on and we haven't turned it on. She is an angel, isn't she? A-hole, lol. He is, though, Jen. Same with mother. Even though I don't give it privilege of that title, she ain't my mother. Never will be. She's a soul destroyer, is her. Her dad will be turning in his grave. Oh no, I'm colouring blooming fish there. I've gone too far up. No. All's worth thinking, Jane. So sad for you. It is, Michelle. It's awful because when you expect that person to feel how you feel and to feel, to just be loving and caring for you, it's just weird because I expected him being supportive and helping me, but it was just a case of it's done and dusted where you didn't need any more, or It's same when I said after we'd lost her that we were going to keep trying for one more child, and he always used to say, "You've got enough. You've got 4 kids already. You don't need no more." And it's like, who are you to tell me how many kids I'm allowed to have? You know. It was amazing, Michelle. A lot of very sad stories that a lot of them went through, but rewarding to support them to a better way of life. No, you don't. Just because they're family doesn't mean they're not toxic. All my family is toxic, Michelle. Well, I call them ex-family because they're not bloody family to me. They've all done nasty on me and turned their backs on me, and I'm basically black sheep in their eyes. I'm a drama queen, and I'm always woe is me kind of thing all the time, and it's not a case of that. It's a case of they don't like home truths, and when I tell them truth and I stick up for myself, they don't like it. I mean, my brother will come in and tell him, like, rubbing it in my face, what all my past mistakes and stuff, and it's not something I needed to hear every time I've visited. You know, it's not nice. Repeatedly hearing it all the time. All my ex-family is toxic. It's definitely Jane. Told you it was easier picking the fish. Shh. Sorry, Waddy, but can I imagine how hard it must have been and all the things you've seen, poor kids. Thank God for people like you, Claire. Words hurt so much, harder to forget. Yeah. Well, I shared a post on Facebook today stating, you know, people just don't realise. I think it was a video of a plate being smashed and basically saying, you know, as a way of, a plate's being smashed is like someone's heart being broken. We can't fix it. It'll never be fixed back to. Grab a plate and throw it on the ground, and it says, have you ever felt like your spirit was completely shattered? It's a feeling that's hard to put into words, but it's a pain that cuts deep. You'll feel defeated, lost, and alone. It's as if all the energy and motivation that once drove you is gone, and leaving behind a sense of emptiness, mental health awareness. And I just shared it, and I put, words and actions cut deeply. Once cut, it never heals back normal. Make sure you think before you speak or do an action that will break someone's heart. I've been broken so many times, but the ones I thought loved me, when they tried to make amends, I will never forgive or forget. I will never be a part of their life for destroying mine mentally. This scenario hits home. And it does. Words do hurt, and actions hurt too, as just as much as what words do. That's kind if you say to me. That's kind if you say to Michelle, I gained a lot from working with them as well. It's a very rewarding job. As much as it's stressful, Claire, it's still rewarding. It's a shame I didn't have somebody like you in my life as I was growing up. It's something I could have done with, to be fair. Yeah, I have family the same. Better off staying away from closed-minded people like that. Yeah, you're better off without them, Jane. Not one person on this earth can say they've got no mistakes in their life. Oh, I've had many mistakes. Difference is I hold up to mistakes. You can choose your friends, but not your family, Jane. That's true, Claire. Only special people can do a job like that, Claire. So true, Jane. I feel your pain. You've got us now. I know, Michelle. Oh, Jane, I've just realised I'm 56 next month. I can adopt you as I'm old enough to be your mum. Bless you, Claire. God love you. Hi, Pam. Hope you're well, darling. We learn from them, though, Jane. That's the thing. Yeah, I know. I've always tried to fix things. As I've got older, it's a case of I just can't be asked with drama anymore. You know, it's just too much effort trying to please everybody. And I mean, obviously, you know, all rubbish I've been through with like my real biological brother and stuff, and his girlfriend and kid. I've had so much. I'd be here for like a week talking to you all about all my past. I really would. There's just so much, not just one thing. It's just an entire. It'd definitely be like 3 books, maybe more. But my family members are awful. And I've really enjoyed this past since March, since I stopped talking to them. I've really really enjoyed not having them around. It's been quiet. It's been less stressful, and I don't need them. Because when we all fell out, my granddad was saying to me, my dad at the time, when my dad was still visiting, that I'll need him before he needs me. But yeah, he's the one that keeps calling me now, thinking that I'm back being all buddy with him, and I'm not. It's because my 16-year-old stays there a lot, and I've been having a few problems with. I've got to keep in touch with him in order to keep my son safe and whatnot. So I'm basically just keeping in touch for the sake of my son, really. But as soon as my son leaves home, we're off out of here. We're moving. I'm not staying around here. I don't want to be around them anymore. They make me sick. As awful as it sounds. She's still not finished the paper. I haven't. And my bloody video cocked up last night. I absolutely peed. Yeah, drama. Stay well away from any drama. I try my best, Michelle. Drama bloody follows me. Thank you, Pam. I saw you dancing earlier, Pam. I got interrupted though, so I need to watch the end of the video. I was celebrating the 10K. Whoop, whoop. Well done, Pam. Should be getting one of those YouTube placard things before long. I've been watching some of your vids. Feel stunning work. Oh, thank you. Got me now, lol. You are so kind. What are you up to, Gina? You're quiet. She's fallen asleep. That is 100K. Oh no, this is just a hobby. I don't know. It's you're getting there slowly. Hi, Jen. I went for a shower. You'll get 100K before long, Pam. I've been on YouTube since 2014, but I've only been doing the colouring part on my channel, I think, for like 2 years. So, in the space of 2 years, I think I had 150 subs when I first started colouring and doing live streams and stuff. And I've just hit 1,450. It takes so long for them subs to go upload, doesn't it, Pam? It like takes forever. Oh, we're coming up to 2-hour mark now. I'll carry on until I've done water though. And then I'm going to have to come off because I don't want the same thing happening. Have you had any issues, Pam, with live streams getting error codes? That's just me. I find I've been kind. Definitely. There's no better than being kind. I hate toxic people. There's just no need for it, really, is there? Was a year this week for the first colour launching because I had just lost one of my dogs. Was it really? Just a year? So it's basically a year I've gone from 150 subs to 1,450. Blooming hell. I finished my page yesterday. Yes, I saw your video earlier, Pam. I watched it and then I went to comment on it and it wouldn't let me comment for some reason. Like I was blocked from commenting, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know if YouTube's having a meltdown or something. I have no clue, but I'll try. I'll try again later. I'm using the Artex pencils, Gina. Really good pencils. I love them. Yes, the live streams are messing up very badly. I was absolutely gutted. Yeah, I think there's something just going wrong with YouTube at the minute, isn't there? I thought it was my phone because when I finished the live stream last night, I did turn it off. I've mentioned this at the beginning of the live stream, but I did turn it off and it said I was still live. And I thought, no, I'm not because I've just turned it off. And I went and I logged out of my phone and my PC YouTube all together. And then I come back on, it was still the same. It was still saying that I was live. I clicked on the video to see if I was actually live because it said one person were watching. And when I clicked on it, it was just a black screen and it was just buffering. It weren't doing anything and it didn't like shut off or anything. You know, usually if you lose connection, it'll stop the stream altogether. And my phone was burning up so bad I could hardly touch it. And the only thing I could think of was to just delete the live stream. So I ended up having to delete my live stream from yesterday. I was absolutely gutted. Yep, Darren was actually picking him up from the crematorium as you went live when we done the stag. Oh really? Blooming hell! I thought it was longer than that. Got to go, guys. Got my crystals live. Had the best time. Message you soon, Jane. Please do another live ASAP. Lol. Bye, everyone. Hope you all have a great weekend. Take care, Michelle. Lovely to see you. Enjoy your live stream, and I will speak to you soon. Lots of love. Mwah. Have a fantastic weekend, darling. See you soon. You're welcome. So yeah, when it went off, when I had to delete my live stream, I was gutted, to say the least. I did have to put a post on saying that I've had to delete it because I know Claire wanted to rewatch it, and there'd have been other people looking for it as well. So I had to put a post and say I've had to delete it because of that. And I thought, oh, my phone's buggered or something's not right. And then I spoke to Jen this morning, I think it was this morning, on about it. And Jen said that other YouTubers have been having problems with the live streams. They want to get it blooming sorted out though, don't they? I'll not be on for much longer, Michelle. I'm just going to finish the water. I haven't had tea again, so I need some tea. I don't want to be on too late. I had a takeaway late last night and it repeated on me throughout night. I was getting really bad heartburn, so I'm not doing that again. Oh yeah, I'm in YouTube. See, I thought it was my phone because I did check my phone and it said that there were another update. But usually it'll just come through naturally. It'll just pop up, your phone needs updating, and I'll just update it like that. But this time it's not popped up, and I've had to do it. Pardon me, I've got really bad heartburn, burping a lot. I've had to do it myself. So I've got no clue what's going on with YouTube, with my phone. blooming technology. I am going to ask Nico what camera she uses. I'd like to do something like she does with camera. I don't know if she'll advise me or tell me, but I can only ask. If she doesn't want to tell me, then no worries. It's so much easier. I do apologise if you can hear snoring. Can you hear snoring? She's snoring. Stop now. She heard me tell everybody. Can you hear snoring? And she stopped. I think I'll just continue this over at weekend, you know. And I can start on another page then. Gets boring after a while, doesn't it, for some people? Nope. Cleo snoring. Yes, she's just been snoring. She's asleep on the sofa again. She loves to sleep. Sure, it's a Nikon. As I remember her and Daz talking, he has the D3300 and the D300. Yeah, I know at one point because I went to when Ruben was born. We went to a photo shoot, and woman that were doing it, she had a Nikon D3300, and it's what I wanted to do for photography because I really want to do that later down the line because I love taking pictures. And I want to go into photography, and that's the camera that I've been looking for. Because I want one with where you can just charge batteries up and not just have batteries that run out, you know, just normal batteries, if you get what I mean. I want one with the proper them big fat batteries that you've got to charge up and you can, like when it runs out, you can just take it out and put another battery in. I prefer them style cameras. That's me, Sam. Hi everybody watching. Hope you're all well. I know sometimes we have people just in the background and I just want to say hello. We're getting there. Not much more to do. We've not had no fog, to be honest, today. Supposed to be getting some nice weather next week. All being well. Be nice weather to start getting warmer and less wetter. Sick of seeing rain. I'm getting enough of that in winter. Like a ghost town out there, as it's like, but okay. Something like Silent Hill. Wakey, wakey, Cleo. I did show her last night, but like I said, my video ended up like conking on me, and I'm trying to be a bit quicker so it's not a 3-hour video, hoping that it doesn't do what it did last night to me. Because I will absolutely scream. So yeah, I think I'll finish this over at weekend, and then I can do another scavenger on we're next week. I will pop my finished picture on my community tab so you can see what it looks like when I finish. I just don't want to do too many lives with the same picture and people get fed up and bored. Did you look at the film? I forgot to ask. Oh no, I was watching some when I come off last night. I went onto Netflix. I did see you know, it's that recently added, isn't it, Jan? I did see it in there, but I've diverted to. I don't know if you've seen it. It's still on the recently added list, and it's about a group of apes, chimpanzees, chimps. I think I'm on third or fourth. I think I'm on third episode, and it's about a family of chimps in different territories. That's been an interesting watch. I started watching that instead. It looks to be a bit cheap though, that film, unless it's just me. I think I'm going to finish my Pegasus one with paint. I've got an envision for that one. I didn't put the TV on last night, just read. I've got to watch something while I'm having my tea. So I just ended up putting that on. And I ended up watching two or three episodes. I think there's only 4 episodes in it. All little baby chimps. So cute. And when you look at them and watch them, it's like they're not really much far different from us apart from being smaller and area. And they're highly intelligent, aren't they? We're a really good watch. I'll probably continue watching it when I've done this while I'm having my tea. I have visions for them all, but think I need new glasses. I don't know what I imagine them to be. It's been gorgeous here for a change. It's like on and off here. It'll be sunny 1 minute and then it'll be raining next, and you never know what to wear. Because some days it'll be colder than others, and absolutely froze it down with rain, sleet. Then it'll go back sunny again 10 minutes after. It's like, what? Let's take your time, ladies, take your time. Right, last bit here, and then I'll finish live. You'll have to keep an eye on my channel community tab for when I'm going live again. Obviously, it'll be for a week sometime. I'll let you know the day before. Give you plenty of time. It's really nice, isn't it? And I've only used two colours in Artex set, which is the Helio Turquoise Light for the darker area, and then I'm using the Cobalt Teal Blue for the lighter area. I've no idea, Jen, but I'm hoping they are, because I've got a couple of pencils that are running a bit low. I mentioned to Claire, I didn't know, I've still not even checked, to be fair, if buying a smaller set will have a certain pencils that I'm running out of, or will I need to buy the 120 set for a second time just to get that particular colour? Be a bit of a pain if you've got to buy an entire set again. These splashes, droplets. Any more? I think that's it for all. I'm doing these ones white. I think that's it for now. That's all of them in it. Oh no, I've got a bit here. Nearly. Is that all of them now? Always find bits, don't you, that you've missed. That'll do. Yeah. I'm hoping they do open stock though at some point. I didn't bother getting them. Heard people say they're like Prisma, and others say they're not. No, they're not like Prismas at all, Jen. They're more like Artesas. They're very firm. They're not like Prismas. The bong-eyed, the bong-eyed creatures in the early Kerby books get on my wick. At least in Wales and Wales, you can disguise them easy. I didn't really pay attention to see that they were in Wales within the Worlds. I didn't see them in Wales within Worlds. I had a bargain with them, Jen. I saw someone selling on Marketplace and thought they were selling around 30ish for £18, and when they arrived it was a full 72 set. They're really nice pencils. They are, they're really nice pencils. I like them. They're on par with Arteza. but I've been using these a lot more with my Prismas than I have with my Polies, more than I have my Prismas and my Arteza. Not like Prisma, my faves. Firmer but nice and cream. Yeah, they are. They're really blendable as well. You know what I mean? The hidden objects in Wells and Wells are easier to hide than ones in. Oh yeah, I get you now. Yeah. So yeah, we've done the water. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. We've done 2 hours and 21 minutes. So for those of you that are going to be watching this back, as I said in the live from yesterday evening, I run a Kerby group on Facebook, which I'll pop the link in description, so people can find me. It's my group. I've done it from bottom up. This. You can join that group, and we run monthly themes and scavenger hunts. I run the scavenger hunt, and and Vanessa runs the themes for the month as well. At the moment, the themes for this month is lava, fire. Get your images in and put into the albums for that by the end of the month. And then I run the Kerby scavenger hunt. The maze scavenger hunt is 5 pages. So for this one, I basically chose, because in this book you've not got the answers at the back of the book. So I just made my own answers up, which was anchor and skull and crossbones. So this is your anchor, obviously, and your skull and crossbone. The other ones is starfish and 4 of clubs, 8 of spades and mystic ball, rattlesnake and 5 of clubs, and perfect predator. In this month I have included, usually it's just 4 images for the month, but for this one I've included alien worlds. I've told you an answer there already. But I have included alien worlds for the rest of the year. So in some parts there's an added extra one because I've had to include, mix it up a bit and included alien worlds in because I'd done this prior to alien worlds coming out. So basically, when you've found the prompts, which is the anchor and the skull and crossbone, you can't just colour the anchor and the skull and crossbone, you colour the entire page. And when you've done that, if you're on Instagram, you can go over to Instagram and tag me in your pictures on there. And to tag the pictures, you need to put hashtag coloured with love, not coloured with love, but CWL Kerby Rosanes May Scavenger Hunt 2023, and I'll be able to click on that, and it takes me to an album for people who's tagged the pictures in. I know you're doing, Jen. I'm looking at it right now. Lovely Jen's put her pictures in, and at the end of every month, when I do my completed pages, I include your finished pages for the scavenger hunt at the end of it. So I am basically showcasing your finished pages for the scavenger hunt on my channel. So all my subs that watch the videos and people that aren't even subs will get to see your finished pages. I include your names and everything, so people know that they're not my images, they're someone else's images. And it's great to see everybody's interpretations of each picture and how they colour them. And I really do enjoy looking at everybody's pictures. So if you can follow along with it, it would be fantastic. For the Facebook group, Facebook, you need to put the picture in the album as well as the main wall. You don't have to tag me in that one because I go straight to the album and take the pictures from the albums and write down the names for each picture. But in Instagram or YouTube, you need to be tagging me with the hashtag CWL Kerby Rosanes May Scavenger Hunt 2023 on Instagram and YouTube. So basically, that's the hashtag for the scavenger hunt. You will find all the prompts on my Instagram page, on my Instagram, with all the prompts on there to find. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. It's not hard to do. So yeah, I'm hoping to see a lot more people joining in for this. I mean, for this month on the Facebook group, I have had. Oh, let me have a look. Yeah, I've had Jen and I've had someone called Michelle join in, as well as myself. I'm on my second one of the 5. And there's just Jen on Instagram at the moment that's tagged me in it, that's joined in. So I am hoping, fingers crossed, that people do join in. I'd really appreciate it. I do go through a lot to do it all, you know, going through all the books, looking for alt prompts for you. And I know some pages people will not be bothered about. If you've already coloured them, that's fine. Still tag me, still upload them. I will still include them into videos, because I know a lot of people have already coloured them because they've been out for so long. I'm I've uploaded them and tagged them into album as well, Jen. So it's just me and you. Because we're buds. Hopefully there'll be more that'll join in. I think the more that people that join in and share it and get other people seeing it and joining in, it'll be, you know, the more people see it, the more people that'll join in. But yeah, I really do want people to join in. So I'll keep singing that in my head now, Jen. Oh dear. So yes, as I'll just fold my book up and I will I'll get Miss Cleo so you can see her. I know I did it last night, but obviously because my video conked out on me and had a fit, nobody got to see it. She's asleep, really. I shouldn't really be disturbing her. I need to put that back on. Hi, Catherine. I'm just about to go. You've missed me. Cleo. 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 She's like, no chance. Hope you're well, Catherine, darling, but I am about to go. I've not had no tea yet. Cleo. Come here, baby. Look. You come in. Come on in. Come on in. Oh. Come on, you can do it. Come on in. Come on in. Come on. I know you can get up. Come on, baby. She's like, leave me. Come on, help me up. See, she can get up.
Yeah,
Claire, say hello to everybody. Say hello. She's my baby. Exactly, Jen, exactly. So sorry, Catherine. I will be live next week, 6 p.m. till 8 p.m, but I don't know what day yet. She loves her belly tickle, the chest and belly tickling, doesn't you, girlie? She's not happy with me, but she knows that it's time for me to get on the sofa. We lay on the sofa together, don't we, girlie? She's my baby. My baby. We'll go on holiday soon, girl, don't we? First seaside trip. She'll laid with me pillow over there on the sofa. Right, you girlie. Oh, she's giving me paws, look. I've teached her how to do that. She's expecting a treat now. Aren't you, baby? Huh? See if we can do it on here. Yeah. Give pa. Yeah. Give pa. Good girl. Other pa. Other pa. Give pa. No, wrong one. Give pa. Thank you. This one. Good girl. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down then. No, she's not going to do it on here. I get confused with it, lol. But yeah, she's doing great. Aren't you? She does that a lot. So pretty. Aren't you? Pretty girly. Aren't you? My baby. My little Cleopatra. Aren't you? She's ready for a groom around the face. Aren't you? She's booked in anyway before we go away. Aren't you? Be all princessy. All princessy. Aren't you? I try and do it myself, but... Oh, she definitely is. But saying that though, I'll say, where's Daddy? Where's our dad? Find him. Where's Daddy? Look at her. Where's Daddy? Cleo? Where's Daddy? Where's our dad? Find him. Find him. She's looking for him. He's sitting chair. Where's our dad? Find him. She does that. She'll go to the window looking for him. Is he? Look. Is that Daddy? Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes, she's a mummy's girl, but she loves her dad as well. She loves everybody. She every time I go on school run to go and pick Ruben up, she runs to him and jumps up at him. And every time Elijah comes over from school, she's greeting him at the door. She loves us all, and we love her. Life wouldn't be the same without her. Right, I'm gonna go and get my tea and go and chill out. Hopefully my video don't mess up like it did last night. So you've got to see it, Sam. I watch it back, see what I was supposed to join in. I get confused with it. She's like Tim and doesn't jump off the back legs. Oh, she's got her own Amazon page now. I've put her some stuff in her Amazon that we're going to get. Well, see if it's...
Oh, mate, what?
Find it. She's got her own wish list. See if I can find it. Bye, Gina. Take care, darling. Thanks for joining. Lots of love. Bye, Claire. Thanks for joining, darling. Speak soon. She's beautiful. I enjoyed today's group. Oh, thank you, Claire. You're welcome, Sam. Have a great weekend, Gina. Yeah, that's her Amazon wish list. She's got some bits in there. It's a birthday coming up in July. Isn't it, girly? So, anyway, from me and Cleo, we will see you all soon. Have a fantastic weekend. I will pop on the community tab when I am next going to be going live. And I will speak to you all soon. Thanks for joining. Take care. Lots of love. Mwah. Bye for now. Bye, Jen. You too, Catherine, darling. Bye.